And I would like to appreciate each of you for trying to learn something new to switch your career. I'm not just saying that. There are many people who are stuck in their career and they don't even make an attempt to learn something new and move out of it. So you all are way ahead of them. You're just making an attempt to learn something, to grow in your career, to have a better financial status for you and your family. So feel happy for what you're doing, and I really appreciate that move in your career. Okay. And let me start with a quick introduction about myself. So myself, I'm Nikhila. I have 17 years of experience in IT and I'm still working. I work as an architect in one of the organizations. So this training is my freelancing business. I'm a corporate trainer as well. I deliver corporate trainings for a lot of organizations in India and out of India. So I go to that particular state and I do a live training for 7 weeks, or I mean like for 2 weeks or 5 weeks. So we go and we travel and we do the trainings. And I also deliver online trainings for individuals through GoToMeeting. So I have been a corporate trainer for a lot of organizations like Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, World Bank, PayPal, Citibank, Ultimetric, Coforge, for various organizations, Cognizant. So I keep delivering trainings to a lot of companies, both in and out of India. Okay. So this is about myself. And coming to the training is going to be for 3 months. Okay. So let me draft it in a notepad here. So the training duration is going to be for 3 months. Okay. And the session timings are going to be from Friday to Sunday. We'll have sessions. And Friday we'll have session at 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Only 2 hours session. Saturday and Sunday we are going to connect 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. So 3 hours on Saturday and Sunday. Please go on mute if you're not speaking. So now many people ask me, are we going to have only a weekend session? Is it only 3 days a week? Yes, but I'm not going to make you sit idle the rest of the 4 days. We are going to work on two projects. One is healthcare. The other one is banking. So banking project is a classwork. I'm going to teach you these 3 days. And healthcare project is a homework. You're going to work on this for the rest of the 4 days in the week. And I'm going to review the healthcare screenshots which you're going to submit to me every weekend. I'm going to review it and I'm going to give my comments on every Sunday. And sometimes we will also have a practical exam being conducted on Sundays. Okay. So coming to the evaluation, we'll have a practical exam once in 2 weeks. And this practical exam is again going to be the third POC, another project. Something like Paytm, a mobile recharge application you are going to build as a part of the practical exam. Now, how about the interview preparation and resume preparation? Resume, yes, I'm going to give you the sample resumes. Okay, and I'm going to give you the project descriptions of both the projects that you're going to build in the training. And these two projects are my real-time projects. So you can keep them in your resume. They are not some sample POCs that we are doing. Coming to the interview preparation, off the record, okay, I do proxy for a lot of people. So I know most of the interview questions which are being asked in the market. I'm going to brush you on all those questions as a part of the training. And I am going to share you more than 20 interview recent call recordings. So if you really listen all the 20 call recordings, trust me, 70% of the questions will come from the same recordings. and you will be in a position to clear the interviews. Okay, so interview coaching, yes, provided. So my end goal towards the end of the training is none of my trainees, okay, should need proxy for interview, and none of my trainees should look for job support to work on Pega. So this is what I promise you towards the end of the training, provided you attend all the live sessions and make sure you complete all the homework and the classwork and the practical exams as well. Okay, so if you really do all these things, this is what I assure you towards the end of the training. And the next question is, what about job assistance? Okay, who needs job assistance? Tell me, who needs job assistance? Only people who are less skillful. In two scenarios, you will need job assistance. If you are a person who is not skilled enough to look for an opportunity or to crack an interview, you need job assistance. Second, if there are no opportunities in the market, if there are no opportunities on Pega in the market, then you should rely on someone to show you an opportunity. But coming to the point number one, my trainees are never going to be less skillful. Okay, I make sure that you do all the three projects, and this is what I'm going to promise you. You will never need proxy, you will never need job support. So you will never be less skillful, and you never need somebody to assist you to grab an opportunity on Pega. Second one, if there are no opportunities, you will need job assistance. Upload a fake resume in Naukri and see, or LinkedIn and see how many calls you will get on Pega. I myself attend close to 3 interview calls every week because I want to, get myself, accompanied with the latest interview questions in the market. I also want to know, what kind of areas they are focusing on, or what kind of scenario based questions they're asking. So to get myself familiar so that I can teach my trainees, I keep attending at least 3 interview calls every week, either as a proxy or as myself in person. Okay, so there are a lot of opportunities in the market. Just make yourself skillful, that's it. And it doesn't mean that I will never provide job assistance. Of course, I have few startups, like my friends startups and all. I'm going to refer your resumes there. I know many people who are working in Pega in various organizations because I have been into this training since 2011. So many of my trainees are in good companies. So they reach out to me now and then asking for resumes for recruitment in their company. So I keep pushing your profiles in that way. Okay, so when and where there is a requirement, some HRs also reach out to us because we are trainers. They reach out to us asking for profiles. So even that way, I push your profiles. So I do provide job assistance, but don't always rely on that. Just make sure you are skillful enough, and there are a hell lot of opportunities in the market. Okay. And the next question I hear from the people who call me frequently is, Nikhila, can I learn this Pega tool? I'm from a non-IT background, or I'm into IT, but I'm into admin role. I'm a tester, or I'm a DBA. I'm a manager. I have a huge experience in, IT. Is this a right choice for me? Okay. So the only answer to this is 100% yes. 100% yes, this is the right choice for you. Okay. Why? Simple, guys. See, none of us are born technical, right? The so-called technical people today, none of us were born technical. We all invested time, money, and effort to to be called as technical people today. We worked hard. We have been through a lot of ups and downs. You know, we did all that to be called as a technical people today. Then why not you? Now it's your turn. Take up the hardships, start working. Next 3 to 5 months, forget about everything in your life. Just focus on what you want to reach in your life. Just keep your goal and keep working. You will also be called technical down the lane. Okay, so yes, it is suitable for non-technical people. Why do you call yourself non-technical? First of all, Just because you weren't into computer science in your engineering or graduation or whatever it is, or just because you were working on something else, why is that so? Right? Just because I have spent years and years, working on all these technologies, I am a technical person today. Same thing you have to do. Okay, never ever doubt yourself. Remove that from your mind. Why do you even say, like, I'm a non-technical person? Is it a specific caste or religion? No, right? Just invest 6 months, guys. You will also be a technical person. That's it. First, remove that out of your mind and start looking for an opportunity. Okay, remove that out of your mind. Invest your hard work, time, money, and effort for the next 3 to 6 months. For sure, you will be in the desired goal where you are. I have seen hundreds of non-technical people moving. In my last batch, I had 3 HSBC managers. 2 of them are in good companies in India now, and one guy migrated to US and he found an opportunity on Pega. So they are all your inspiring stories. Okay. So nobody is non-technical. Just make sure you turn into technical in the next 3 to 6 months. And I promise you that I will be holding your hand till you reach your desired goal, both for technical and non-technical people. I'm saying I will extend all my support to you to crack the interviews and to work on Pega. Only thing is, like, make sure you're dedicated. Just one small tip I say always visualize your success. Wake up every single day for the next 3 to 6 months thinking that you got an opportunity on Pega, you got the desired package, you're happy that you gave the desired financial status to your family. Okay, just assume that every single day. Trust me, you will see positive results because we all do this for our families, right? So assume that you are giving the desired things for your family and you will work towards it. Remove that from your mind. I'm non-technical. What is that non-technical? No, we all are technical. Just you need to put some effort. That's it. And for people who have career gap, guys, yes, it is difficult to find an opportunity because you have a career gap. There are two ways. One, figure out somebody from your friends and family who is into IT in a good position, who can refer you and pull you into their company. Okay, they can give you an opportunity. Number two, just make sure that you take some fake certificates and claim yourself as if you have an experience in Pega and try to get into a company. After working in that company for 2 years, switch to another company and remove the fake experience from your profile, because this fake experience will kill you somewhere down the lane. Okay, only till you find an opportunity, make use of the fake experience. After that, remove it from your profile completely. Okay, so these are the two ways for the people with gap. Okay, any questions so far, guys? Anything you want to ask me? Okay.
Nikhila, if I am from agriculture background, how can I take this Pega course?
Same thing I'm telling you. So you have to take up the course, learn. You have to invest some time because you're completely into non-technical, right? Again, the same thing. So you have to invest at least 6 months, okay, and make yourself a technical person. Then take some fake certificates and get into the market. Or if you have any contacts, even in a startup company, just look for an opportunity first. Don't look for package. Don't ask me how much package, Nikhila, I will get. Initially look for an opportunity, guys. Once you find an opportunity, make yourself very much good at Pega. Work on all the areas of Pega as much as possible. Look at the existing code. Look at the way that the projects are designed. Try to learn yourself from all those things. After 2 to 3 years, now start ruling the market with your package demands. Switch and do. Okay, so for you,
So
just make
thing
sure
is like
Mhm.
it is asking every company is asking bank statement, even Form 16. So
When
this is
you
the
go
main
for this
drawback for us to
consultancies who
get into
provide,
IT industry.
yeah, when you go for this consultancies who provide this background, you know fake certificates, they will take care of all those things. Connect with me offline, I will explain you in detail.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, they do
Thanks
all
for
these
your answer.
things. So any queries on these things, guys? Okay, no queries, right? So this is what I feel, and Let's quickly jump into what is Pega and how do we use Pega, and let's talk about the opportunities on Pega. Okay, first let me talk about the opportunities in the market, the package things and all, because this has been a doubt for many people, right? Now coming to the opportunities of Pega in the market. Pega is a very, very expensive tool. It's not an open source. It's a very expensive tool. Anyways, you are not going to buy the tool, right? The companies are going to buy it. Now, but so people think that as Pega is a very expensive tool, only MNCs use Pega. Not at all. You can find Pega being used in MNCs, in product-based companies, and in lot of startup companies as well. Lot of startups use Pega. So for those of you who have this issue, like, you have a huge gap, or, you are from a non-technical background and not able to get into MNCs, you can make use of these startups, because startups look for candidates with less package. They look for more number of candidates who are certified, just certified. So why do they look for these things is, in order to get a license from Pega, they have to showcase this many number of certified Pega professionals. So they hire people even if they are not technically strong, because of two reasons. One, they have to showcase the count, certified people count. Two, they are getting resources for a less package. Okay, so for these two reasons, these startup companies hire non-technical people, or people with gap and all. So make use of them and make yourself skillful in Pega by using them. Okay. Now, what all companies use Pega? I'll give you a list of companies which I know. Okay, let me show you a list of companies which. So these are the companies, which, mostly good companies I'm talking about. You can see some of your dream companies are listed here. Isn't it big fan companies? You see, Amazon, Apple, all these things. I worked with Amazon. So good companies, you find an opportunity to work if you are into Pega. And startups or small companies, a lot of ones are there, like, Ultimetric, Blue Rose, Coforge, Incessant. A lot of small companies are there. So you'll find a lot of opportunities in the market on Pega. I still didn't list out a lot of Wipro is there. A lot of organizations are there which use Pega. Okay, so good number of opportunities in the market. Now, how about the package? For a 3 years experience, okay, if you are in the same company from the day you joined, if you're working in the same company, you can expect 9 lakhs CTC. Now, how much hike I can ask? You can maximum go till 18, not more than 18. So 100%. Will everyone give you 18? No. See, it depends on the company and your skill set. If I go for companies like TCS, people are not going to pay me more. TCS, you get less pay. Go for some good companies, who pay you more, and make yourself technically skillful. You're going to get the expected package. Okay, so maximum, this is the CTC, and my training aims at giving you a knowledge equal to 8 to 9 years of Pega experience. So what a developer with 8 to 9 years of Pega experience does in his day-to-day life, I'm going to teach you as a part of the training. Now it's your choice how much experience you project in your resume. Based on your capability, how much knowledge you gained during the training, you put the experience. And then you start demanding the package in the market. Okay, but Pega people are highly paid in the market. It's called as a hotcake tool in the market. We are highly paid. Like I have seen, my friends with an experience of 10 years, my juniors, are earning between 35 to 40. I'm not saying everybody in Pega with 10 years is experience. No, this is not an average package. This is the highest package I'm saying. Not everybody with 10 years experience is earning between 30 to 45. But the highest I have seen is 45 for a 10 years experience. Okay, so they are paying well. It depends on your skill and the company you have chosen, the location. See, Bangalore they pay more, Hyderabad they pay less comparatively. So it depends on the location as well. Okay, so this is about the opportunities on Pega and the packages we get in the market. Any questions so far, guys?
Yeah, hi Nikhila.
Uh,
I have a quick question. Yeah,
Yeah, please go ahead.
yeah. You highlighted three things that is very much impressed. Like after taking the training from you, like no need to take proxy, no need to take job assistance. Like how can you ensure that after taking the training, do we get a real practical exposure while working into MSCC? Yeah,
So this is
because
what
most
I
of the trainings are taken, but they are telling in different. But when we go to organizations, the working environment is different. How can you correlate with real time into practical session? Can
okay.
you please
So
let me know?
yeah, I'll answer this. So as I told you, we are going to make you do two projects, healthcare and banking. Of course, many trainings in the are doing this. So how different is mine? These projects are my real-time projects. So whatever terminology I use, whatever workflows I use, whatever validations or business logic I implement, they are purely what I have done in my real-time project. So this is going to give you a glimpse of the real-time experience, including the domain knowledge as well. The banking domain knowledge, healthcare domain knowledge, the business processes, the terminologies, all these you're going to get. Not only this, I'm also going to talk about how we work in real time. Like what is the team structure? Who is product owner? Who is Scrum Master? What is a Scrum team? What is the role of a Scrum Master? What is the role of a BA? What is the role of a product owner? What does a dev team does? What does a QA team does? What is Scrum calls? What is story points? What is release? So I'm going to explain you all these things, how we work in a day-to-day life in the these things, how we plan deployments. Okay, so everything, like we work in real time, how we plan our releases, how we plan the versions, everything is going to be taught to you. The entire life of a developer, I'm going to explain it to you, like what all kind of tools we use. Just not Pega, right? We also use some different tools like Jira, Rally, sometimes we also use DevOps. I'm going to talk about all these things in such a way that even a non-technical person will be able to understand the concepts. Okay, so I make sure that whatever word I use in the training, every non-technical person in the session is also able to grab what it is. Okay, so that's what I do to make you get this one. And coming to interview clearance, as I told you, it's like, every single day I wake up attending a proxy call. So I know all the questions being asked in the market. So when I teach you a topic, I teach you what interview questions are expected from that topic. Apart from that, I'm going to give you 20 interview call recordings, which I have attended of various companies. So if you really listen to those companies, you should be in a position to clear your interviews. What different they are going to ask you more than 20 companies. So that is how it's going to help you in clearing your interviews. And if you figured out any new question for which you couldn't answer, drop me a message in the WhatsApp group. We are going to have a WhatsApp group created for the entire batch. So drop me a question, I will answer, and everybody gets to know about the question and the answer. So you're even helping your teammates in this way. Okay. Does that answer your question?
I'm very pleased your answers. Thank you very much, Nikhila. Yeah.
Thanks, Masood.
Yeah, hi Nikhila.
Hey, Induja.
I have one question. Right. So you have mentioned like a Pega is an expensive tool. So how we can use in our personal laptops or anything that we are going to practice for this 3 months?
So what are you going to get as a part of the training? What I'm going to provide as a part of the training? You will get software, you will get materials, you will get interview call recordings, you will get screenshots of the project that you're practicing to refer back tomorrow. What if you have, uninstalled Pega software from your machine, you lost your project, you want to refer back, what will you do? So I'm going to give you the screenshots of the project that you have practiced so you can refer back. Okay, so this is what you are going to get as a part of the training. Now, of course, session recordings. Okay, now this software, how come it is expensive and I'm providing it? Nikhila is not that rich to buy the software. So we get a personal edition. Pega provides you a free personal edition So you can download it, you can install it on your machine, and you can work on it. So there is nothing like, hey, this topic is not present in the personal edition, so you can't learn it. No, there's nothing like that. So end-to-end learning you can do using the personal edition. So personal edition is free of cost. Anyone can download it. I have it. I'm going to share it with you. You can install it on your machines. How to install and down, I'll share you a video on how to install. You can follow that and you can do it.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Nikhila, Suhasni here. In
Yes, yes.
which version you are going to
So
train?
right now I have 8.7, planning to use 8.8, but we'll see because I have a corporate training going on 8.7. I use the same laptop, so I can't have two versions. So I'm just thinking whether to take some time and start or so. But see, point one version doesn't make any change. 8.78, there will not be any greater changes, just minor fixes they will be doing it. So it doesn't matter even if you learn on 8.7.
Okay, thank you. And I heard that Pega Systems is going to stop the personal edition to download going forward.
I didn't hear about this, Suhasni. From where did you hear this?
Actually, in TCS, there will be a Pega meetings will be going on. So in that they told going forward in future, they are I'm stopping the downloading personal edition and everything will be in the cloud.
Okay, still we can practice in the cloud. Even now, those of you who don't have laptop or who don't have the required configuration, you can practice in the cloud. Where in the cloud and all, I'll show you once we, get into the training. But only thing is like if it is a personal edition, it's offline. No need to connect to the internet. So it's easy for us to do. If it is cloud, you should have a good internet connection. That's the only thing. I mean, you still have a source to practice, right? And regarding the laptop configurations at this point, let me talk to you about the laptop configuration. Just make sure that you have at least 8 GB RAM and i5 processor. What if I have i3 processor? It may be slow. Okay, i5 processor, it will be good. The speed will be good. Okay, and make sure it's a Windows OS only. It will not work on Mac. If you have Mac, you have to again install virtual machine, keep Windows in that, and then Pega in that. Okay, instead of that, you can even use Pega Cloud.
Okay, thank you.
Any more
Yeah, hi,
questions before
Nikhil.
we talk? Yeah, Lavanya.
Will you be providing any assistance for certification clearance for CSA, CWSA?
Yes, again, off the record, you will be finding people who can do proxy for the certification, or you will find dumps in the market. If you just study the dumps, 100% every single question will come from the dump only. So you can use any of them. And of course, this training is going to help you in clearing your certification. You will be in a position to identify the right answer in the questions, after this training. So that I can assure you.
Yep.
Yeah, hi Nikhila. Good
Yeah.
morning. Yeah, I mean, like my company uses Pega. I just want to know how to migrate into that projects and like how can they take us as a fresher?
It purely depends on company, Amar. Only thing is like, see, if your company is already using Pega, you're lucky enough. So just make sure that you're trained on Pega. Reach out to any Pega manager and tell them like you're trained and you're looking for an opportunity. So they will conduct couple of interviews to screen yourself. If you clear the interview, you will be into a project. Maybe you'll be working as a shadow in the initial days. Shadow means no billing, no visibility. At least you will get an opportunity to work to learn. So that way you can migrate.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Thanks.
just catch some Pega people. That's it. Just catch some Pega management level people or any HRs, recruitment team, and just tell them you are trained and no, you just make sure you get certified. Okay, coming to the certification, guys. Let me also talk about the certification. Okay, so there are different types of certifications in Pega: CSA, CWSA, and CLSA. CSA means Certified System Architect. CWSA, Senior System Architect. LSA, Lead System Architect. To grab an opportunity to work in Pega, you should and must be certified. It is mandatory. HR will not even look at your profile if you're not certified. So make sure at least you do CSA, after that CSSA. LSA will take time. Okay, so at least get yourself CSA and SSA. How to write certification and all that I will tell you once you join the training. Okay, not at this point. It's an online exam, a multi-choice question. Okay, once you are ready to give the certification, reach out to me. I'll tell you the process. You can sit at home and you can write. So any more questions? Jump into the demo. Yeah.
Nikhila, one question.
Who is the competitor of Pega?
Who is the
competitor of Pega?
It's Appian.
It's Appian, but they are way beyond us. Okay, see, you have to see the competitors in various roles. I mean, like, see, Pega is not only a BPM tool, it is also CRM tool as well. So in CRM, you have Salesforce. In BPM, you have Appian. Now, Pega is, having its footsteps in UI as well. So in UI, we have UI path and all these things. So, but trust me, like Appian is way beyond, because we have many projects where we migrated from Appian to Pega because Appian was not that scalable for us. Okay, just you call it as a competitor, but we are ahead of them.
Actually, the thing is, I already completed certification on Pega as well as Appian in HCL Technologies. Appian, I think, but it is having only 80% of customization. Remaining 50 we have to do on our own. But when it comes to Pega, as 8.5 is introduced, complete 100% no coding is there in Pega.
Not
You compare with
only,
Appian.
if you take from Pega 7, it's like maximum no coding. Only in Pega 4, 5, and 6 we used to write some code. But from 7 onwards, it's like completely no coding, especially from Pega Infinity. It's no coding. We'll talk about it. Let me jump into the demo part. Okay. Please pause your questions for a few minutes. Yeah.
One last question.
Sure.
So if we are completing the certification right now, we are putting like 3 to 5 years of experience, right? So how can we manage so that we are, completed a certification long back? How can we manage in the interviews?
Okay, see, I suggest all my trainees to write down the certification at the earliest possible. Okay, so that when you get into the interviews, you can say that your certification is past dated, at least like months old. Okay, now if they ask you why are you recently certified, there are two things, guys. One, just tell them that you are working as a what do you say this, a shadow means no billing from the client, just you work, there is no visibility, means no, you will not participate in any of the calls, you will not be a part of any of the meetings, just some senior person will give you work and you will do the work offline and give it to them. So that is shadow. Just in the learning phase we keep people in shadow phase. So you can tell them I was working as a shadow, so my manager didn't force me to write the certification, only after learning I wanted to write the certification, so I did it. That is one way. Second thing is like, you can just tell them like, I was cross tooled, means like this is only for people who are already into technology. Like you can tell them I was a tester, I was a BA, I was cross tooled. So it took me some time to learn the concepts, and I recently wrote the certification. So something like that you can say. And if you're taking a fake certificate, just the same answer, my management didn't force me to write until and unless I'm completely comfortable with the hands-on and everything. So after you keep 2 years or 3 years of experience, right? So now I'm comfortable, I give the certification. That's how you can answer. Only thing is, not everybody is going to pick this question. Only few companies pick this question. Which companies? Companies which have less number of recruitment. Okay, they have 1 or 2 positions. They want to filter out the fake profiles, so they only ask this question. But when there is a bulk recruitment, at least you have like 10 to 15 positions, nobody will ask this question. They only interview to see if you're technically strong. Can they hire you for a less package? Then yes, you are in. Not every company is going to ask this question. Okay.
Thank you, Nikhila.
Okay, let me move ahead with the demo, guys. Please pause your questions.
Sorry, Nikhila.
I'll just give you some time again towards the end. We'll resume with the questions. Okay.
Sure.
Thank you. So let me tell you what exactly is Pega. Okay. So Pega is basically a software or a platform which was built using Java. It was built using Java. Okay. Then what do you do with Pega? I build web applications. Why Pega? You have Java, you have .NET, you have so many tools and technologies in the market. Why Pega? The main aim of Pega is even a non-technical person should be able to build a project. Here non-technical people means BAs, business analyst. Okay, I'll talk about the BA later. So what is Pega? Pega is basically a tool or a software or a platform which is used to build web applications and mobile applications. What is Pega made up of? It is made from Java. It is made using Java. Do I need to know Java to work on Pega? Not necessary, not mandatory. If you're a Java person, it's going to be a cakewalk for you because you know the background things. So it's like so easy for you to learn. Okay. Otherwise, Pega is just a platform which is used to build web apps and mobile apps. It's completely built on Java. Now, it's a BPM product. What do you mean by BPM product? Nothing, just a category, guys. See, there are many tools and technologies in the market, right? So they categorize it. If a product has this behavior, it's BPM. If a product has this behavior, it's CRM. So like that, they categorize it. So Pega falls under BPM category. Now, what is BPM? BPM means business process management. Okay. So let me talk about BPM. BPM means business process management. Look at the word. You have a business. Okay, you have some process in them and you want to align them, you want to manage them properly. So what do? That's what BPM teaches you. Let's take an example of Amazon. What is their business? Selling products. Okay, what are the process they have? Whenever a person places an order, they will update the vendor about it. Vendor will check the stock, he will dispatch it, then he will reach out to the courier team. Courier team will deliver it to your house. Now after delivery, you may cancel it, you may refund, you may ask for a refund, you may ask for a return, you may ask for an exchange. So all these are business process. This is one business process, one end-to-end business process. What all business process they will have? They may have something related to uh, like let's take just a moment. They may have Amazon may have something, a business related to AWS. Amazon may have a business related to what all do they do other than AWS? Yeah, Alexa. So they have a lot of business processes. One process is for the Amazon website where they sell and buy products. One process will be for Alexa team. One process will be for the AWS team. So like this, they'll have a lot of business process which they want to organize it. Okay. In order to organize the things, in order to make it a smooth path, we use some tools, we follow some standards, we follow some methodologies. Okay. So BPM suggests you some guardrails and best practices. This is how a tool should behave. So if your tool behaves according to those guardrails, then your tool is a BPM tool. Okay. So Pega was built as per the guardrails of BPM. So we call it as a BPM tool. Now, what are those guardrails? Let's see. First, they say that a BPM tool should be able to capture the requirement in the tool itself. So generally how people work in real time is, suppose my client gave me a requirement. Okay. I will have a person called as BA. BA means business analyst. This guy will take the requirement from the client and give it to the developer, the technical person who is going to do the coding. Now what this BA will do, he will write all the requirements in a Word document and give it to us. Now what BPM says is, no, don't use Word documents. Your tool should be able to capture the requirement within the tool. So Pega does that. So Pega is eligible for BPM. Second, whatever requirement you have given, it should auto-generate a small application based on the requirements you gave. Yes, Pega does that. If you write down the requirement, Pega will generate few rules automatically based on the requirement you gave. Done. Next, it should automate work. Pega is completely automated, 100% automated. We never ever write any coding in Pega. Only when there is something which is very much customized, not available within the Pega tool, then only we write a customized code. Otherwise, It's completely automated. It should be scalable. Scalable means, suppose I have launched Amazon in India. Now I want to use it in US, UK, Russia, and various other countries. Now I should not rewrite the code. This code should work in various countries as per their government regulations, as per their language, as per their taxation. The same app should work with minor changes. Okay, so that is scalability. Yes, it happens. And they say that Pega should have frameworks. Yes, Pega has a lot of frameworks. What is the framework? We'll talk about it in the later sessions. Okay, it will be too much overload for you if I tell about all those things. Now, Pega should not be dependent on any technology. Like, no, I can't integrate with .NET applications. No, I can't integrate with Java. That should not be the case. It should be technology independent. It should be able to work with any technology or any tool. It's not like I can't send fax, I can't send SMS. No, it should be able to do every single thing. Yes. And finally, we should be able to integrate with other projects to receive and send data. So these are few things that BPM says. And Pega has all these features. That is the reason we call Pega as a BPM tool. And see, very simple, I say very one simple line. BPM tools means they are completely flow driven. Okay. If you take Java, how does the projects work? Completely driven by the code. So you have a main method. From the main method, you will trigger the functions and methods and everything. And that's how the code moves, right? That's not the case in Pega or BPM products. We are completely driven by flows, flow diagram. You have shapes, right? So completely driven by the workflows. So how it works is you will draw a flow. On the flow, you will keep screens, validation, functionality, everything will be on the shapes of the flow. Now, if you want to add something, add a new shape in the flow. You want to remove something, remove shape from the flow. So we are completely driven by the flows. That's how every BPM tool works, completely driven by the flows. Now, Pega is a platform which is used to build web apps and mobile apps. It's completely built on Java. Pega is a BPM tool, so we are completely dependent on the workflows. And the main aim of Pega is no coding or low coding tool. Why no coding or low coding? They want even a business analyst to design an application. So business analyst will go to the client, get your requirement, and they will build the basics of your project in Pega tool. So even a business analyst, even a non-technical person is able to build a project in Pega. Why? Because we are completely dependent on the flow shapes and case types. Case types I will teach you later. Okay, so even a 5th class kid can draw a flow, right? So just by drawing the flows, you will tell from where to where the data is moving, how the validation is happening, where you have approvals, where you have integrations. So all these things you will design just by drawing the flows. Okay. Now, what is the full name of PRPC? PRPC stands for Pega Rules Process Commander. This is the full name of Pega. Okay, you people call it as Pega, but this is the full name, Pega Rules Process Commander. Now, what is Pega Rules? It is a rules engine. Pega is a platform, man, where you're building big applications and you're saying that it is a no coding tool, low coding tool. Why are you not writing code? That's because everything is built in. So where is the built-in stuff then? Pega Rules. Pega Rules has a lot of built-in rules. It's a rules engine. Okay, so a lot of built-in stuff. The rules engine is actually Pega Rules. What is Process Commander? The architecture of Pega. We have a 4-layered architecture, which I'll teach you in the next sessions. So that architecture of Pega is a process commander, which is going to process all your rules, identify the right rule and display everything. So that all happens in the process commander. Okay. So the full name is PRPC, Pega Rules Process Commander. Pega Rules is a rules engine and Process Commander is the architect. Just good to know. You are not going to do anything with this full form. Nobody is going to ask you. Just good to know thing. That's it. Now BPM, as I told you, it's a methodology. Many tools fall under BPM. Okay. Just if you follow the guardrails of BPM, you call yourself as a BPM tool. And one common thing you see in all the BPM tools is They are completely driven by the flow diagrams. They're completely driven by flow diagrams. Please go on mute. Somebody just joined, I think. Mister, please go on mute. Okay, we are completely driven by the workflows. Okay, and the best part with flows is even a non-technical person can work on Pega. They can also design an application in Pega. Okay. So various BPM tools, Oracle BPM, Appian, IBM BPM, Lombardi, all these are BPM tools in the market. All of them are completely driven by the workflows. And Pega is the ruler in BPM. They rule the market. Now coming to the history of Pega, many people tell me like I didn't knew Pega. I'm only hearing about Pega in the last 5 years. They ask me, will Pega be there for the next 10 years? Can I switch my career to Pega? What will happen to my career if Pega is no more? So they keep asking me these questions. Simple guys, Pega was there in the market since 1983. It's older than some of you or most of you. Alan Teffler is the CEO of Pega. He is a chess champion. He's still there. Okay. Alan Teffler is the CEO of Pega and is a chess champion. And 1983 Pega came into the market. In the initial days, it was not called as Pega. We had a different name, and they were a mediator between different, banks. Initially, Pega was not like this. Today, it evolved a lot, so people started getting to know about it. Okay. Even when I started my career, I didn't know about Pega. So people used to tell me like, this is the tool, you will no longer have your career in IT if you take this. But somehow, by God's grace, I took Pega and I'm very happy today. Okay. So Pega was there in the market from a very long time. So I have worked on Pega version 4, Pega version 5, 6.1, this many versions, 7, this many versions. Pega 8, we have today 8.8 in the market today. Today we have 8.8 in the market. So Pega is evolving and growing and meeting the needs of the customers every single day. Okay. So today we have 8.8 in the market. Now, will Pega there for
just
the
a
next?
question.
Yeah, let me complete. Will Pega be there for the next 10 years? The answer is simple, guys. They are growing with the growing needs of the customers. So if you are meeting the growing needs of the customers, why would a customer look for some other tool? Customers would go for another tool if you're not able to meet their demands, if you're not able to meet their requirement. That's not the case with Pega. They are coming with new version every single day because they want to meet the growing needs of the customers. And in Pega, we do RPA, robotics. We also do machine learning. Okay, you have UI things like UI path competitor we have for Pega. So like this, Pega is having its footsteps in most of the things. And Pega is widely used in healthcare, banking and insurance domains. Okay, so why would such clients choose a tool which may not exist after 5 years or 10 years? Banking, insurance and healthcare, they maintain a huge amount of data of their customers. So it is not so easy for them to migrate to a new tool, right? So when they have chosen Pega, why are you worried about your career on Pega, right? So it is going to be there for the at least next 10 to 15 years. So no doubt about it. Sorry, I paused someone. Please go ahead with your question.
Vivek here.
Yeah, Vivek.
As you have pretty much of experience, so you have started your career in Pega from version somewhere like 4, right?
Right.
So what are the changes you have seen that from 4 to 8?
4 to 8,
Currently
I
at
will
8
not
point.
remember everything because it has been a very long journey. 7 to 8, I'm going to teach as a part of the training.
Okay.
Okay.
So
And
just
nobody
a
will
basic
even
question
ask you
because
what was there in 4, 5, and 6 because they're all deprecated now. Even if you want to download Pega 7 version, you will not find it anywhere. They are all over, they're all gone. Like if somebody asks you Windows XP, will you have it? So that's how it is. They are all gone now. It's 8.8 in the market. You will only find 8 version in the market. And interviewers may ask you difference between 7 and 8, but even nowadays they're not asking that because 8 is in the market from almost 2 to 3 years. So nobody even asked you what is the difference between 7 and 8. But still, I will explain you what existed in 7 and what existed in it and what are the differences. I will teach you. 7 to 8 I'm going to cover.
Done. Thank you.
Okay. So this is about the history of Pega and your career in the next 10 to 15 years in Pega. Okay. Big clients have chosen Pega, guys. You can see like, UHG, Alair. Okay. So these two are the big healthcare clients I worked. Okay. They use Pega. Healthcare I'm talking. Banks, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citibank, World Bank, Standard Charter Bank. I have been with all these banks. So they are all using Pega. How much data they will have? Do you think they can switch easily? No. So when they invested in this tool, your career is safe. No doubt about it. Okay. Now what type of applications you build on Pega? Very important. Pega is a very expensive tool. So bringing it and building an application like leave approval or school admission doesn't make any sense, right? So what is the worth of it? Use it in those areas only. So Pega applications are mostly used in the businesses where there is a lot of workflow going on. Like for example, insurance. There's a lot of workflow, right? You apply for an insurance. What happens in the backend? They will check what is your member ID, what is your provider ID. Provider ID means doctor or hospital details. Then they will check what drugs or what surgery you are opting for. They will check whether it is covered under your plan or not. If it is not covered, shall I go for copay or co-ratio, or shall I simply deny it? Or if it is covered, what next? How to dispatch the funds? And in few countries, they also check when you're opting for some drugs. Drugs means medicines. So they also check what is your past health history. Based on your past health history, can I approve this drug for you? If I can't approve, what is the alternative for it? Or sometimes some doctors prescribe some expensive medicines. So these insurance people suggest you not to use those expensive ones, and same formulary alternatives you will have. Same drug combination with a less price you will have. So they will suggest that. Like this, there is a big thing at the back end which happens in an insurance. Similarly for loan processing, similarly for payroll, for paying your salaries, similarly for claims processing, like you lost your card, you complain the bank like I lost my card. What do? Or somebody has stolen your card and withdrawn the money from the bank. What do? So there is a big streamlined process which happens in every industry. So we use Pega in those areas. We never use Pega in the front end applications. Like, you go on to hdfc.com or citibank.com, add a payee, make a fund transfer, request a checkbooks. No. We are not going to use Pega there. Pega's worth is much more than that. Don't use it in those areas. You're just wasting money if you're using it like that. Okay. So we use it in places where there's a huge streamlined business process so that I can make best use of all the Pega's capabilities like case types, decisioning, a lot we have. We try to make the best use of it by using it in the right areas. Okay. So these are the areas where you send most of the Pega projects: insurance, banking, finance, media and communications, transport. I also worked on legal projects, court case proceedings we used to handle using Pega. Okay. So these are the areas where we use, and most of the Pega applications are intranet. I'm not saying internet, intranet. Intranet means used within the company network. Like you go to a bank, the employee of the bank will use some application to process your loan, to check your bank balance and all that. That is intranet. Within the bank network only he can use it, right? Or you go to a visa office, they will use some application to process your visa and password. That works only within the visa office network. That is intranet application. So like this, we build applications which are used within the company network by the employees of the company to process their customer requests. So that's how generally we use Pega. Any questions so far?
No.
All good. Perfect. Oh, please be attentive, guys. So if you are attentive, it even encourages the other person to explain more, to speak more. Even your brain will be active. Please be attentive. It's still demo and you're already okay. Now, why Pega? There are many tools in the market to build web applications and intranet applications. Why Pega? Simple answer, guys. World is moving towards automation. You want everything automated. I think most of you even use Alexa at your home. So we don't even want to put your finger on the switch, right? Alexa, turn on this, Alexa, turn on that. So that's how we are today. So when world is moving towards automation, of course, if you want to sustain in your business, okay, you should deliver the features in the market as early as possible. So take UPI payments. You have Paytm, you have Google Pay, you have Phone Pay, and you have hundreds of UPI payments. Who was the first one to come in the market? They grab the market first, right? They grab more clients. They make more money. So similarly, healthcare, banking, insurance, whatever industry you take, if they have something in mind, if they come into the market first, they are going to get the maximum customer base. If they do it after 3 years and 4 years, it'll be an outdated feature by that time. Okay, so you have to bring the things into the market as early as possible. How can you do that? If I take Java, I need good skilled resources who are good at coding. They have to code, they have to debug, they have to test, then deploy the code, which is a time taking process. Whereas if I take Pega, everything is built in. If I want to put a radio button, it is there. If I want to keep a calendar control, it is there. If I want to drop down, it is already there. Similarly, functionality, validation, APIs, everything is mostly built in Pega. It's like, you have a cooked food ready, just serve it. That's it. So you have most of the things ready. So that is the reason people are using Pega, because everything is built in and readily available. I can just get a 2 years experience or a fresher. I can make him sit. I can train him for a couple of months and make him build a web application. So with less money, less time, less effort, less resources, I can build a project in less everything and I can deliver it. That is the reason we are all using Pega. Okay. They say that Pega is 12 times faster than Java based applications. Yeah, when I write this PPT, it was 8 times faster, but now they claim it is 12 times faster than any Java based applications. That is because everything is built in. You just need to plug and play and use it. Okay. Now, Pega also has frameworks. Now, what exactly is framework? Framework is nothing but a built-in application. What exactly it is? Let me talk about it. Suppose Pega has a lot of banking clients. Pega has Standard Chartered Bank, Citibank, HDFC, HSBC. Lot of Pega has bank. Now a new bank approached Pega and they said, hey, I want to use Pega for my bank. Now what Pega will tell is, hold on. I have identified all the common workflows of all the banking companies and I have built a project. Why don't you have a look at it? So they will give a demo. If you think, hey, this is what exactly I'm looking for, then they say, okay, come on, go buy and take it and use it. So framework is nothing but a built-in project which has the common process of an industry. Like for all banking, they will have a common process, like how they process loans or how they process, EMIs and all. So Pega will build a project with that common process and give you. You can readily use it. Similarly, for every industry, Pega will have its own frameworks. Frameworks are nothing but built-in applications. Again, you have to purchase them. You have to pay and use them. Okay, so Pega has all these things. Competitors, Appian, ServiceNow, IBM, BPM, way beyond. Companies using Pega, I have already shown you. Certifications, you should be at least CSA and if time permits, CSSA. Okay, so this is the end of today's demo, guys. Just a high level intro to Pega and how we work on Pega and all, and what we are going to cover as a part of the training. Now it's your questions time. Please go ahead, whatever questions you have.
Yeah, hi Nikhila. Can we develop Scratch applications by using Pega? As you said that most of the applications we are developing internet only. Can we develop any new Scratch application for web application, mobile application, and enterprise
From
application
scratch
using
only.
Pega?
If it is intranet, who said we don't do from the scratch? Why will there be an existing application? We build from the very scratch. If you purchase a framework, it's a built-in application. But not all clients are ready to invest money to purchase a framework. We build our own framework sometimes. We'll talk about it all later. But yes, we do from the scratch. We don't write code, but we build applications from the scratch. I will design my own screens. I will write my own reporting. I'll write my own validations. I'll do my own functionality. We design from the very scratch. Just in case if you're happy with the framework, you can go buy it. That's it. But free of cost, they are not going to give you the framework. So you are going to build it. Okay, Masood, does it answer your question?
Yeah. One more question. Like, for example, I have developed some code. I had debug and test application. Now testers will come into picture. They will test the application. Once test is ready, and DevOps team will deploy the code into production. In that Pega scenario, how it will be happen? Like, we have testers, we have DevOps team. How they are integrated with each other during Pega?
Okay, so this being a demo, let's not dive deep too many things, guys. Okay, because consider that there are people with different backgrounds. Okay, so they don't know what is DevOps team, they don't know what is dev testing, all these things. But let me answer this question. But just for others, guys, when you ask a question, please make sure that in the demo this is not the right context, because there are different set of people. Now, answering your question, just like any other project, we will have dev team who will do the coding. We will have QA team who will do the testing. Okay. We will have deployment team or engineering team or DevOps team who will do the deployment. Same way it is going to work. Code it, give it to DevOps team, deploy into QA, test it, give it to DevOps team, deploy into UAT, test it, plan a release, put it in production. Same way it works. No difference. Okay. Why would it change? Just you're using a different tool. That's it. I'm using Pega, you're using Java, somebody is using .NET. But the way we follow, Agile remains the same.
Nikhila, you said like you are going to teach the decisions. I mean, it's related to
Not
separate codes, or
CPDC.
it's in the.
Not CPDC. Just Pega basic decisions.
Okay.
Decision tables, trees, maps, like your when rules, if else ifs, all those things in Java.
Yeah, hi, Nikhila.
Hello.
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 Yeah, this is
Yeah,
Hari.
hi, Nikhila.
Sir, how will be the opening for freshers?
Openings of freshers. Little difficult, guys, for freshers. If you are a 2023 pass out, then it will be little difficult. Because see, Pega is introduced as a university syllabus from the last 4 to 5 years. So when there are campus placements, they look for Pega graduates. But if you're trying outside, if you're out of your campus already, and if you're trying outside, slightly less opportunities you will find than experienced. So again here, make use of your network. Anyone in IT, in a management level, take their help to get into the market.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, Nikhila, hi.
Yes, Suresh. Hello.
Yeah, hi. Can we go to the slide for the certificates?
Certifications, yes.
Yeah. Just a question like when we say CSC and CWSC, right? Is there any correlation for the lead system architect? Are those topics going to help here, or it is a complete set of topics for the lead system?
Lead system architect has slightly more than CSA and WSA. Okay.
Okay.
Whatever training you're taking, it will help you to some extent of LSA, not completely. Okay, to some extent, it's going to help you.
And how about are these two topics, are maybe certificates topic wise, is going to be helpful for the other certificates like robotics wise or maybe data science?
RPA is completely different. RPA is from OpenSpan. So it's completely different. But see, you're learning core Pega. Once you learn core Pega, on top of this, you can learn the rest of the things.
Okay.
And CPPA is like 20% of your developer course only. It has nothing much. It's all about business analyst. So 20% of your CSA and WSA is what is CPPA. Nothing much.
Okay. Thank you.
So, Nikhila, I'm having Pega knowledge. So, are you going to teach separate classes for decisioning?
No, yeah. As I told you, I'm not doing any CPTC. Just basic decision tables, trees, map, and vents I'm talking about.
No. Are you going to provide any training
No, we
separately?
don't do any CPTC trainings. Okay, any other
Hello.
questions?
Yeah, Nikhila, this is Yamini.
Yeah, Yamini.
Yeah. As a fresher, they take a different interview, like easy questions, right? But if you go through fake experience, right? The interview questions are different, right? But how can we get that? I mean, how can we handle the interview questions?
As I told you, I'm going to cover all the interview questions topic wise, and I'm also going to share you 20 interview call recordings. So that recordings will have all the scenario based questions as well. So just go through them, and exact the same scenario not everyone will ask, but whatever hands on you're doing as a part of the training is going to match you to a level that when a scenario based question is asked, you will be in a position to answer the solution to them. Maybe not exactly right or maybe exactly right, but at least you'll be in a position to map the things like this is how it should be designed.
Thank you.
And Nikhila, this is Suresh again. When are we starting the active course from the next week?
So within 1 week to 10 days, I'm planning. We'll start the training. As I told you, I have one corporate training which is going in parallel right now. So I don't want to overlap, and so just waiting for that to end, and we'll start soon.
Oh, maybe next week or next week.
Yeah, mostly. I'll just drop you the dates by tomorrow end of the day.
Okay.
Nikhila, hi, Kiran this side.
Hey, Kiran.
I just wanted to know how Pega is better than OutSystems and Uncork, as they are also same no-code platform.
Such Pega is better than what?
OutSystems and Uncork.
I don't even know what is OutSystems.
It's also a same platform, like you can design web applications, use no-code and
Okay,
low-code
so
platform.
as you're a technical person, let me tell you, Pega has everything built in, man. So everything built in a sense. See, if you use Java, okay, how do you do deployments? Maybe you use something like Jira, Bitbucket, and all these things to do deployments, right? Pega has deployment within the same tool itself. Similarly, take reporting. Generally, if you go for Java or any other technology, you rely on reporting tools to do the reporting. Pega has reporting within itself. Similarly, take version control. You generally use something else to do the version controlling. Pega has version controlling within itself. Okay, take creating stories and defects. How do you do Agile Workbench? You use Jira, Rally tools. Pega has Agile Workbench within itself where you can create the stories and requirements. So like this, if I keep saying there are a lot of things within the same tool itself, I don't need to use any external tool when I use Pega. So I have a lot of built-in stuff, have a lot of automated things. That's the reason Pega is a ruling BPM tool in the market.
Got it. Thank you, Nikhila. For database, what is the database tool we are using?
Okay, so when you take Pega Personal Edition, by default they will give you PG SQL database and Tomcat server. Now in real time, choice is yours. Use any server, use any database. Any other questions?
Nikhila,
Yes, Suhasini.
sorry. Is this training covers any Pega cloud migration like idea?
No, cloud migration and all we will not cover. See, that is admin job, right? Why will a developer do that migration? It is a job of the admin. So we don't do that. This is developer training.
Okay, just a brief idea like how it will be.
No, Suhasini.
Okay.
Nikhila, I mean, most of the Pega in real time using the Oracle, right? So any reason behind this default Oracle
Licensing
database?
cost and all. See, it's all depends on licensing cost and all they get. Just that based on that, the entire company will use it. I have even worked in companies where they were using a SQL server. So I mean, like even in Amazon, we were using only PG SQL even for a real-time project. So it depends, what licensing cost they have, how many projects they have. They based on that they get the license, right? So they decide. Company will decide. Okay, I have this many projects. They have to use this many data. If this many people want database, so based on that they get the license and they decide what to use and what not to use. So as I told, in Amazon, we were using PG SQL. So it depends on the organization, nothing specific.
Thank you.
Nikhila?
Yes, Samar.
Yeah, how the recording was shared?
Recordings, I'll keep it in Google Drive and I'm going to share it with you.
Okay.
How many days we can
Nikhila, can you use
access those
Pega
videos
Cloud?
from the link?
8 months read-only access.
That's enough.
Okay, and one last thing, guys, before we wrap the session. See, before you choose a trainer or before you choose me or not, I just suggest you one thing. Have a look at my recordings in the YouTube channel. Also, do check my reviews, okay? So if you look at my reviews, none of my reviews were, written as a single line. If you look at my reviews, all my reviews are written, multiple lines. So why did my trainees write multiple lines for a review? That is because the impact or the change I brought in their life or in their career with my training. None of my reviews will be just a rating or just a single line statement. Yeah, this training is good. Except only corporate trainings, only corporate trainers, because it's only 2 weeks interaction I have with them. They just write a single liner. But if you take people who have attended my 3 months training program, none of them write a single line statement. Because all my reviews come from their bottom of their heart. They write what change I brought to them in their, in their Pega career. So this is what I'm going to prove to you all after the training, to all my trainees. Okay, so do check my Google reviews and also do check the photos, I have posted. You can see a lot of people got, placed in Pega. I don't know how can I pull my photos that I posted. Okay, all these are my WhatsApp screenshots. So when somebody, this was yesterday I uploaded. When somebody, see, you can look at this. He got HCL with 22 lakhs package. Okay, so after my training, when somebody gets placed, this is how they ping me and I keep their screenshots like this. So this is a proof that after the training, my people are getting placed without any proxy and without any this thing. And you can see this person was a fake candidate and they got offered with Infosys and entity data and Virtusa as well. Virtusa is like the mother of Pega, very difficult to crack the interviews. Okay, but they were able to do it. Have a look at all my screenshots. There are a lot of screenshots. You can see they are from different years. This is all from 2022. Okay, and you can see most of them got 100% hike. Look at the number of companies they got the offers. Just bringing some trust and belief in you about my training. Look at the companies they got placed here. You can see Standard Charter Bank with 8 lakhs. Okay, so if you find some time, just make sure you have a look at my screenshots as well. It may boost you. Okay, look at this lady or this person, I don't know who is it. They got placed in a lot of companies. Ernst & Young, TCS, CGI, Cisco, Optum. All these are very good companies. Okay, so this is what I even promise you towards the end of my training. This is how it goes. Look at this, 120% hike. Okay, you can see these are all like, a long back, I was in touch with them. 2021, the last message, and then in 2022, this was a broadcast message, you can see. And then they responded to me like this. Okay, please check my Google reviews and my YouTube channel videos. Okay, and the screenshots of the people who got placed. Maybe it will even boost you to get into Pega. So thank you so much, guys. Happy to see you all in the demo. Okay, I'll keep you posted about the start date. In case if you're willing to enroll, do reach me. Okay, if you want to enroll, please ping me on WhatsApp so that I will tell you how to proceed further. Okay. Have a nice weekend. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Nikhila, for delivering awesome session.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Nikhila.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello. Yeah, Nikhila, this is Ravi. Can I get the video of this demo?
Yes, I'm going to share it with everyone.
Okay. Okay.
Give me an hour. The video takes an hour to get converted into MP4. So after 1 hour or 2 hours, I'll push it in the Google Drive and share the link with everyone.
Okay, Nikhila, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I'm closing the meeting, guys. Please reach me on WhatsApp if you have any further questions. Bye-bye.